Alright, that should be live. Should be. As he burps into the microphone to start a stream like a fucking heathen. My bad. Alright, that should be live. Alright, we sound fine. How's everybody doing? Yeah, I know you have a black screen right now. Sorry, I hadn't hit start on Warhammer 3 yet. Technically, we have 5 minutes till the stream is supposed to start, but thought I would just hit go live. Usually more people trickle in after you hit go live. So today's stream going to be about an hour long. I have a million things to do concerning the Vermin League. If you don't know what the Vermin League is, it's a place you go to do land battles, best of 3. It's kind of like Ent Ladder. I mean, it's almost exactly like Ent Ladder. Yeah, it's just a chill place. We'll host tournaments, usually weekly or bi-weekly. Please let you know if they find any. Okay. Can't play games till. Oh, never mind. It's fine. Sorry, someone messaged me a thing about the Vermin League. Yeah, so I have a lot of that shit to do today. I have to update some of the pinned messages. Have to work on the bot with Zep to get the new maps in there. All that stuff. So today's stream is gonna be short, to the point. We at 11 o'clock my time, set as an hour and 4 minutes from now, I'll stop the stream. Until then, you can throw any questions you have in chat, and I'll answer them by showing you with the thing. If you're like, how do hammerers perform versus Skaven slaves? I'll load up my usual tests for units, and you can see how they perform. If you have a question about how much something costs, we can just go fucking look at it, and we can see how much it costs. Now, if you have a question about campaign, that is fine. But it has to be answered within the first turn, because I am not going to, in Queek Headtaker's campaign, on turn 33, do the orcs really spawn? It's like, no, I'm not going to fucking go 33 turns in a 1 hour stream, alright? If you have a question about campaign, it can be answered by loading into the game for turn 1, we could do that. But I'm not going 30 fucking turns into a campaign. Alright. Are you on the new patch they released a video about? Yeah, I have early access to that. A couple things might change from this to the next patch, but like 99.9% of this is going to be accurate. So the menu UI is not trash anymore. Not really, Chosen One. Hey, Zergash. Not really. I do have mixed feelings about this. So while people filter in and hopefully ask questions, because if you don't ask questions, I'm just going to stare at the screen. But there's a really new way. They might change this. I kind of hope they don't, because I'm getting used to it. But they do unit customization different. So if you have this little gear next to your character, again, on this build, they might change it in one day, but I don't know why they would do that. There's this whole new unit customization menu, and you can pick your stuff from here. Now, how that's significant is heroes have it too, I guess, but you can go to Warriors of Chaos, and this is where it gets like much more useful. You can see all the characters that can get marked by Chaos have the little gear, and you can hit Chaos Warriors with great weapons, click on them, unit customization, you can decide whether Undivided and Nurgle, or let's get Chosen. I know Chosen have more options. Chosen, you can pick all the different models. It shows their increase in price there. It really condenses down the unit selection screen rather than Chosen of Nurgle, Chosen of Khorne, Chosen of Slaanesh, Chosen of this. I really like that. I honestly wish they would do it with Marauders and Marauders with great weapons, or like for other races. Do they do it with Empire shields? Hold on. No, Spearmen with shields. I would really like if you just clicked on Spearmen and then you could select from here whether they had shields or not. Personally, I think that would be pretty cool. But yeah, that's the new menu UI. Does Hazel like IE? Yes. She loves it, because there's dogs. There's all the Warhounds. Is the IE download really 104 gigabytes? The thing about that is, someone else was asking it just before this, Mats was asking it. Yes and no. It doesn't, as far as I understand, it doesn't, when I go from live version to my early access, it makes me re-download the whole game, but it's not like, if it was 100 gigabytes and then the download is 104, from my experience, it isn't 204 in the end. It like uninstalls the 100 and then installs the 104, and you end up with just the 104. So overall, what do you like most about Warhammer 3 IE? The easy answer is the diversity. Just all the factions in here feel really good. But I'm going to go with a low-key one. I like the different Mortis engines. I really enjoy... Now, it's a different conversation about whether there are too many Mortis engines in the game. It's a different conversation. But I like how not all Mortis engines are equal. So Kugoth has 16 to 32 damage per second on his Mortis engine effect. But if you go to Skaven... Their Plague Priest, his Mortis Engine, Plague Furnace, is only 5 to 10. And it varies. There's all sorts of different ones throughout the game. I really like that because it is kind of interesting that, like, Kugoth, the father of all plagues, has a very similar Mortis Engine to, like, a Skaven cheap knockoff. So I do, like, as a little nice touch, I like that. They did it for Bretonnia archers. Ooh. Get out of my way, army. They didn't do it for Bretonnian archers. You lied to me, Zeb, but that would be good. So you just have one archer, and then when you clicked on it, there'd be a little gear that would let you select, like it is for the Marauders. Is it true the AI don't use sea lanes? They have not used the sea lanes in my experience. But I could be wrong. It was a limited experience. In that case, as a Cathay stand, I really want to see if CA at least reverted 1.3 Harmony, or if we're living in the worst case scenario with the formation attack melee buff. Precipitous Nyx, that is confirmed. CA just released in their video today that the melee attack buff is going to get added correctly, because it's in my build right now, it just doesn't show. Because with the formation attack on or off, you notice a pretty significant change in durability. Is Festus really just a shittier Kugoth? Honestly, hot take, this is an opinion, you can disagree. I don't think Festus is going to be a big problem in land battles, at least. So, he has his area of effect regen, and he has his area of effect Mortis engine, but you can only activate one at a time. And I tried to make a video about how fucking, like, I wanted to make a haha funny video of, like, getting all of Nurgle's healing stack on top of each other and just watch an army take no damage. But I couldn't, like, even trying to, I couldn't make the healing silly. The vampire counts are silly. Nurgle, it seems fine, because you can't have your Mortis engine on and your healing on at the same time, which is pretty bad. And this guy only has 6,000 HP. He's a shit duelist. Even in my test, I was just fighting Tretch, Craventail, and a bunch of Stormvermin, the Council Guard, because they wouldn't break. And fucking Festus almost died. I couldn't keep him near Tretch, because Tretch was whooping his ass. He only has 50 melee defense, which is not bad, but not Kugoth. Like, Kugoth has better melee defense, and Kugoth has over twice as much health. So Festus, in my experience, has been really squishy. He's not bad. But I'll have to see. Obviously, all of this is, I'm going to grind out a ton of games with people and see how it goes. But my early testing, I'm actually not that worried about Festus. Okay. Did they change the Beastmen multiplayer in any noticeable way, or are the Tusk Chariots still strong? I did not notice any changes with the Beastmen whatsoever. Now, I could be wrong about that. And the Tuskor Chariots are still very strong. They have good armor piercing, and that's really all you need for a chariot. But I didn't notice any changes with the Beastmen, except they made Devolve no longer do damage, but the tooltip still says it does, so they don't know what they're doing with Devolve. All the rest of this is roughly the same. Gorefork Noob, are they going to include the toggle option tomorrow for multiplayer? I don't know. But it doesn't look like it. I also haven't heard them talking about that at all, which they probably would have told us. And they would have mentioned it in their video. So I don't think so. Is the Estron Sorcerer's passive nerfed or not? I don't think so. I think it's fine, but let's check. Toxic Rain. Nope, still the exact same passive, which is a really good passive on a really shitty Lore of Magic. Is Queek the exact same? Unfortunately. Queek is still the same bad character you know and love. But Tretch Craventail is actually good now. Kind of. He's actually pretty okay. Charge reflection is huge for him. He duels really well with most demon lords. Not Khorne, but like Slaanesh, Nurgle, and Tzeentch, he actually duels pretty well because their armor values aren't too high. And Tretch has always been weird because he doesn't have great armor piercing, but he does have bonus versus large. So these demons are large and not very heavily armored. Tretch actually does alright. He has fucking Buy Our Blood, which is the Kislev lore passive. So he goes unbreakable for no reason. I don't know. Because Tretch, if you take off Tretch's Raiders, which is trash, take off Stay Here, I'll Get Help. He's only 1,200, and he'll almost always get that value back fighting a Demon Lord. So Tretch might low-key be a good pick. How good are Shades now? Still, I think they are as they were. Niche, but when they're good, they're good. The real thing about Shades is with the reload time decrease across the board that CA nerfed reload times by making them longer. Shades already struggled with a very long reload time. So I do think they're going to have troubles maneuvering. There. I'll just show you how long it takes them to reload. And he changes the Witch Elves or Sisters of Slaughter. Not that I noticed, but I haven't looked that closely at them. I can go back and look at them after this little test. Cathay is going to be so busted. Yeah, probably. What faction are you most disappointed with? Khorne. I am disappointed with Khorne. I shouldn't be, because I know Khorne performs fine in domination mode, and domination mode is what they're balancing around. But I am disappointed how little they changed about Khorne. And his new lord also sucks. Like, all the other demons have a new lord that feels okay, but Khorne's is just worse than the Exalted Bloodletter, in my opinion. Alright, so these guys have an order to attack. They fire. I tell them to move. So look how long it takes Shades to move, because they're reloading. And look how long it takes these other Shades to fire again. That's going to be a real fucking problem. So Shades, they'll be good against single armored targets, really bursting them out, giving them hell, but Shades in general, with the reload time nerfs, and they already struggle with that, Shades are going to be pretty bad as like a generic, I'll take this. Like, you need to have a really good fucking reason to take Shades. What you asked about Witch Elves. No, they look the same to me. Sisters of Slaughter, I don't remember if they were 1,000 gold or 1,100. They might have taken a 100 gold cost decrease. I don't remember. Other than that, they look the same. How viable is the Warrior Priest, Jade Wizard, Chadmar the Cheese, Chooch Train of Friendship, and the Full Fledged Sigmar Sons? Swiss Pikeman, are you talking about fucking Artisan Tech Priests build? I won't go too deep into that. I won't go too deep into that Artisan cheese build, but it's pretty good. Soulfire Bombardment took some serious hits. It has 0% armor piercing, which, as we all know, really struggles these days. Aside from that, Volkmar is fine, but I think the double Soulfire taking pretty big hits will make that cheese blob pretty bad. But it could be fun. Did Malekith on a Chariot and Aerial heal from their Soul Stealers? Oh, that's actually a good question. I don't know if they heal. Hold on. Hold on. Malekith, Chariot, Soul Stealer, get rid of everything else, and I'll have Valkia hit me a few times, and we'll see. Because in Game 2, Malekith would never heal from his Soul Stealer when he's on his Chariot. Do regular War Lions still cost the same? I think so, but I'll have to check. But his Mortis doesn't require melee. That's true. That's true. I don't think Festus will be terrible. I just don't think he'll be the menace of multiplayer that some people are worried about. Like, it can be fine. You know what I mean? Or I should clarify. I do not think Festus will be bad. I think he's a nice, cheap option if you don't want to just take Kugath. One of the main problems he's going to suffer from, though... Sorry, the game crashed. Early access stuff. One of the main problems he's going to suffer from is the opposite of Kugath syndrome. Kugath is mega busted, overtuned, but the reason Nurgle hasn't been dominating land battles is because the rest of the Nurgle roster sucks so much ass that Kugath has to hard carry, and even then, it's just like, okay, and he can win certain matchups. So if you bring Festus, you're saving money. It's like, oh yeah, I can spend more money on what, though? Shitty Plague Toads? Like, half-assed Forsaken? I don't know. What are you going to spend that money on? The rest of your roster sucks ass. So, That's the problem I see with Festus, is like you're saving money to do what, and he's actually killable, whereas Kugath is a near invincible super god. Okay, so Soul Stealer, let's see if I heal. Yeah, Malekith heals on his chariot now. So that bug was fixed. Okay. Looks like we have a couple quick questions. Guac, you're asking about Rapunzel. I remember looking at her and she didn't look any different. 70 speed, yeah, she's still slow as fuck. Do regular War Lions still cost the same? 825, yeah, they cost the same. They're still expensive as hell. Happy to go with you. Boohoo, my known contact Mortis healer can't beat Kolek in melee. Yeah, neck bet, yeah. I'm not saying he's underpowered. It's just people are super worried about Festus, and my opinion from my limited testing has been he's going to be fine. Any big changes to the Skaven weapon teams? Not really. Not really. Well, Poison Globe's got a pretty big nerf. Gisele's got a cost increase. Aside from that, nothing. Poison Mortar's got the same nerf as the Poison Globes, less damage over time. But someone pointed out in my video, like multiple people did, but I know Houseplant messaged me that the Skaven Slave Slingers and Night Runners all took cost decreases. I think this is going to be the new meta. Slingers are going to be super cost effective, especially Night Runners. Night Runners were already kind of low-key creeping up to my favorite unit, and taking 10% of their cost off just as great. Flutes, bit specific, do you know if Necropolis Knights are any better? Yes. Because they benefit, they themselves aren't any better, but Tomb Kings in general are a lot better. Their lore passive, the percentage healing on it, really, really huge, gigantic buff. And the army-wide healing is also gigantic buff, so there's just a ton more support for the Necropolis Knights, which makes them better. But Tomb Kings in general are going to be really good. Really good. How's Dwellers Below right now? Haven't checked. Probably still pretty good. Faye. Get rid of all these except for Dwellers. Get her stupid thing. Cool. I'll check that. How's Traderkin changed? It does less damage. That's about it. It just does less damage. Queek needs his red car and Ska. Dude, he needs Ska so bad. He needs Ska so bad. You have no idea. Every Queek campaign, the chieftain, the first chieftain you get, I'm immediately like, rename that bitch Ska, and he cannot die this entire campaign until he's level 20, and then he's immortal. Doop, 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 doop. No, don't kill me before I have time to do this. Oh, it's not going to go off, lame. That's the big sad. Dwellers looks like it was the same, though. The values on it look the same. I don't know. Still probably super good. Probably. Yeah, because it looked the exact same. Traderkin, did it change very much? I don't remember seeing that it changed very much. Lore of Wilds. Traderkin. So it's a Spirit Leech, so it does less damage. And it reduces speed. So that's about it, yeah. So it lost some damage. But the Overcast was always what you were worried about. And the Overcast just does double damage, so... Yeah, it's still good. I'd still probably take it if you're taking a Beastman army and cast it on cavalry, but... It's not super busted, I don't think. When you activate invisibility for Death Runners, is there still no animation for it? There's still no animation for it, correct. That's pretty cool. I heard they gave Boris Scurry Away a check. I think you're trolling me, but if they did, that's really funny. He does not have Scurry Away, you liar. Hazel, quit biting your little paws. Test Dwellers Below, please. Fine. I'll redo it. I won't run her out to her death. I thought she would be tankier, but Valky is too strong. I think Shade should have Firewall moving. Yeah, Danielle, I'd agree. Witch Elves got more damage. Good. Why would they nerf range when it struggles so much in Dom? I don't know, Darko. That was a really weird change to me. Agoraphoric News and sort of Daniel, yeah, I do think they're balancing a lot of things based on domination mode. It seems pretty clear from all the Cathay buffs they keep giving. When Cathay, in Warhammer 3's land battle scene, Cathay was, I would say, by far the best, but I think Kislev also did really, really well. But Cathay just kept getting buffs even though they were S tier. So I do think we having ourselves some issues with domination balancing. Okay. Oop. So the damage over time effect on Dwellers Below actually took a pretty big hit. Because what used to happen is if you got them to take that damage per second, they would get pretty obliterated even if they got away from the center point. It doesn't look like it does that much. So I think, like most things in the game, the contact effect got nerfed because it has the same damage profile as Spirit Leech. So if you're in the center of the vortex, you're going to take as much damage as you always did. But that'll make it a little less toxic of a spell, because a lot of things that happened in land battles was like, there'd be a cavalry engagement, Bretonnia would cast Dwellers Below on their enemy, and even if their enemy reacted perfectly, if like one model got caught in the Dwellers Below, the damage over time effect would like delete the unit. So yeah, it looks like it's just a more basic vortex now, and the damage over time got nerfed pretty significantly. Ashutash with the 40. I don't know what currency that is, but thank you for the donation. Is Soul Stealer more or less powerful than Warhammer 2? It is less. It does do less damage. I've noticed that. Yeah, it does do less damage. Its heal is still about the same, but it does do less damage. And Marathi, I think she lost the item that made it cheaper. So Soul Stealer took a passive 2 nerfs. Oh god, okay. Did they change the end of the Rev Crystal and reduce its amount of healing? No? I think the Rev Crystal kept its buff. Where are you? There you are. Okay, Rev Crystal. 0.5% healing per second for 20 seconds, so it heals 10% of your life bar. Gets 7 uses. 60-second cooldown. No, that's still really strong. So there was a buff. From Warhammer 2 to 3, this got a big buff, and I think you were asking, did they revert it? And as far as I know, no, it still looks really strong, actually. Did they buff the chat window, communication OP? There is still no chat window. There is still no chat window. When would you take a Claw? With some of his buffs that he recently got, I would actually take him in some rush builds, because also someone pointed out that Doomwheel's got a pretty big health buff as opposed to being on foot. Wait, is that real? Hold on, does the Doomflayer mount give him literally 0 HP gain? That is stupid. That's the stupidest thing I've ever seen, but Doomwheel does okay. Hang on, now I have to check. Yeah, okay, all right. What? Wait, no, what? That has to be a bug. Hold on. What if I don't? What if I select Ikit brand new? Okay, 4,280. Whew. For a second there, I was like, does Foot Ikit have more HP than any other Skaven Lord? Why? But it's just a bug. If you select a mount and you try to go back to none, it doesn't register for some reason. Okay, cool. Foot Ikit with 5,000 health. She's 75 speed at the end of game 2. Wait, you're saying they nerfed her speed? That's silly. Why can't you bring Festus with Warriors of Chaos and then he's really strong? Festus with Warriors of Chaos, you can bring him. I think the problem a lot of people are forgetting, in my opinion, now I'm ready to be wrong, but in my opinion, you can't have a healing hero. What is this guy? Great Unclean One, Miasma of Pestilence? Yeah. You can't bring Nurgle's spells on anything I have seen besides your Lord. So, yeah. Your Lord slot is going to have your healing, but the thing you always think of, in my opinion, is like, man, if you can get Archaon with some healing, that's going to be nuts. Or like, you know, Kolek with some healing, that's going to be nuts. Or like, something like that. But you can't take them because you have Festus. So like, to replace your key heal target, you have to bring a healer instead of what you want to heal, in my opinion. I think Warriors of Chaos are going to be S tier. Don't get me wrong. But, so my hot take is instead of being fucking mega busted, they're just going to be tied for, if not the best faction in land battles, but I don't think they'll be mega busted. But, yeah. I do think Warriors of Chaos are going to be the faction that you just can't opt into, like, you cannot enter this matchup with the strategy of, let's just take the melee fight, because you're not going to win. But I don't think that's necessarily a terrible idea. Like, I don't think it's necessarily terrible for this faction to be the best melee grinder. Now, albeit one of their problems that people are noting is that they're also good at kiting, and they're also good at things that aren't just melee grinding, but, just don't straight up try to fight them and win, because you will lose. But they're kiteable. You could have artillery poke Festus, because he's slow. He has 28 speed and 6,000... Wait, what does he have? 33 speed and 6,000 health, so cannons will take him out pretty quickly. Necrotect heal will still help the Necronites. That is very true, Coops. Army-wide healing shouldn't affect the Necropolis Knights. They count as constructs. I didn't know that. That is new information to me, Precipitous. Thank you for that. I did not know that the army-wide healing didn't affect constructs. In my opinion, that's kind of stupid, but okay. Dwellers is not the same. Yeah, it's looking like it's not the same. What exactly do we not get for Warriors of Chaos without DLC? Without the DLC, if my understanding is true, you don't get the 4 legendary lords. You don't get Festus, Village, Valkia, and Azazel. You do get Bellicor, I believe. And you should get the Demon Prince. I think you get the Chaos Sorcerer Lord and the Chaos Lords, of course. Of course. I don't know if you get the Chosen variants. I think that might be part of the DLC. I do think that is probably part of the DLC. You would get the different Forsaken. Anything that's in the game right now does get added to Warriors of Chaos for free. So you'll get the Forsaken of Nurgle and Tzeentch, because they already had them. Slaanesh and Khorne Forsaken, I think, come with the DLC, so they wouldn't be here. Same with Chaos Warriors. Your Chaos Warriors, if you don't have the DLC, you would have Khorne Chaos Warriors, but you wouldn't have Slaanesh, Tzeentch, or Nurgle unless they're free. But I don't know what is free and what isn't, per se. So, yeah. Like your Chaos Knights, you would have a Chaos Knight of Tzeentch variant. Faux free. Boom, boom. It's not a proper tet. Please let the unit stand still. I guess, but we have a lot of things to get through. God-specific heroes, Warshrines, Warriors, Chosen Marauders. Yeah. Thank you, Trien Quinn. Every time they buff Cathay, they nerf them in the same patch. When Mask got fixed, they hurt more because they didn't have good cav, and now they nerfed all their range tools. They did nerf their range tools. That's true, but they'll be fine. That symbol is rupees. Ooh. Are big units good now? Is there still more optimal to spam? What do you mean big units? Like single elite units? Single elite units actually did pretty well at the end of Warhammer 3's land battles before IE. We saw a lot of the Ogre... Saw a lot of the Sky Striders. Saw a lot of the Long Marauder ROR2. Saw a good amount of the Bear Cav ROR. So I think like really heavy elite Cav units that can run around and decide a game for you with high micro are good. I still have not been seeing a shit ton of expensive infantry that stand around because they just get murdered too heavily by Mortis engines and spells. So basically, the more agency something gives you, the more likely it is to be elite. But the less agency it has, the less likely I've seen players to be elite. So thanks for the reply. Doomwheel buff is good in my opinion. Yes, Doomwheel's buff is very good. They were a trash unit. We'll see if they're any good now. But they have more health, which is nice. Also, someone alerted me that Doom Flayers got a buff. But their stats still aren't super impressive. I'll give them a shot. But Skaven will be rushing more, or at least pushing more. And by push, I just mean like you know, if you're using your slingers instead of your globes, you want to push up to the enemy lines and start throwing at them, whereas they used to just box. But I think with the Giselles getting more expensive, Poison Wind Mortars, and globes taking a nerf, I think the box play will be really tough to pull off. Does Sarth still have missile resistance? And highway. Warp Lightning animation is downgraded? Yeah, it looks pretty meh. They turned a lot of the stuff to be less, like, laser light show, which could be appreciated as, like, a little more thematic, a little more realistic, but... No, Sartorial lost his missile resistance. Wow. Sartorial took a huge nerf then, because he also doesn't have his Unbreakable anymore. He has the demonic trait, so he actually, he crumbles. So he isn't Unbreakable anymore, and he lost his missile resistance. Holy shit. That really hurts Sartorial. But he can fly now. But still. Oof. Oof. Alright, you mean Heroes and Manticores or Shaggoths for heal targets? True, but it's not as, like, OP as healing up Archaon. Who's going to be the worst enemy for Skaven on the battlefields? Maybe Warriors of Chaos, because that was, in my opinion, the worst matchup in the previous game, and they just got more stuff. But I think Slaanesh might be harder. I think Slaanesh might just be a more specific, harder counter. So Slaanesh or Warriors of Chaos, I'll have to play a bunch to figure out which is worse. But both will be real bad. Unless they reverted it, they'll be busted in the long run meta. They're never going to be lower than A tier for the remainder of the game's lifespan. Still is the Chaos War Shrine of Nurgle for heal. They do, but the Chaos War Shrine of Nurgle heals really slowly. Really slowly. Where are you there? So the thing with it is, Giver of Abundant Glory, it starts healing literally nothing, and then it goes up to maximum of 10%, which Festus and, like, other heals are 0.2% constantly. So when I was charging this up in my testing and stuff, this took about 5 or 6 entire infantry units dying from... Because I was fighting the Council Guards. They're unbreakable. So the 5 or 6 Council Guard would have to entirely die right next to this thing for it to get up to its max heal, which takes a while. So in land battles, I don't think the War Shrines are going to be OP. I think they'll be fine. I think people will still take them, but I don't think they'll be OP. But this further reinforces my point of I was just trying to say, I don't think Chaos... I'm sitting on Nurgle right now, but I don't think Warriors of Chaos is a faction that you want to melee grind with at all. I think if you're melee grinding against them and losing, I think that's partially on you. Because if you kite, this thing can't heal up at all. Or if you use cannons, you can just take it out, because it's really tall and easy to kill. But yeah, it starts off with 0 healing, which is nice. So Chaos, you have to have a different strategy than run at them. Because they'll be weak to single entity play a little bit. They'll be weak to kite, and they'll be weak to artillery play. Yeah, because single entity is also a lot of their stuff ramps off of, like, killing lots of things, and it's like, well, here's the ROR Gorgon. If you kill it, you get 1 model, so get fucked. It's pretty good. Did you see the factions in terms of campaign power in IE?
Empire's blessings, yes.
Empire still kind of sucks. It's going to be a really fun campaign for you to play, but the AI Empire always blows. They suck and blow. Skaven, from my limited experience, Queek still gets a lot of buffs for being the main character, and he will usually get a pretty big Empire going. The rest of these guys tend to struggle and die. Most specifically, Ikit, for some reason, always struggles and dies really quickly. Anything else stand out? Dwarves still mostly sit around and slowly bleed out. I haven't seen the dwarves really pop off. Lizardmen still mostly sit around and bleed out. Haven't seen them pop off. Norska's been a lot more aggressive recently. I've only played 2 campaigns and I played about 20 turns. But Norska was already getting a lot of territories. They were doing well in the early game. Ogres still suck. Cathay does fine. Tomb Kings do fine. The main problem with the factions that I just discussed is their AI still seems really passive, where they're just like, sit around and say, take me, daddy. Demons are doing okay. Warriors of Chaos, they didn't show up yet. Counts are doing okay. Wood Elves still sit in their stupid forest and don't do anything because they're stupid. So I think the meta for campaign will be similar to what it was, where Dark Elves will consolidate a lot of power and get really, really strong in the late game. Greenskins will be a menace through the early and mid game and then kind of fall off late. And the High Elves will take all of Ulth 1 and then sit around with their thumb up their ass. I think the meta from Game 2 and Game 3 is going to be very similar. Kislev's still very strong. Kislev still dominates most of the Chaos Wastes, in my experience. How do you see the factions? I already said that. Warp Giants. Did they buff Sandstorm Vortex from the lore of Nakara? Yes and no, Samarek. So it does more damage now. Not a lot more, but more. But it also, you can't guide it in any fashion, so it's truly random and it goes wherever you want. Still no chat in the game? Correct, still no chat. Did they update the campaign at all for the day one patch? Yes in the short run, no in the long term. As I just discussed, a lot of the factions still perform similarly how they did in Game 2. As far as grand strategy-wise, but I have noticed that AI are a little bit more willing to come out of their cities and fight you, rather than sit in there all day waiting for you to get into a million minor settlement battles. Minor settlement battles are still going to be about 70% of the battles you fight, but it's better than 100%, so it's better. They're working on it. And from the behind-the-scenes conversations I've had with CA, they're really working on that. Like, they know it's a problem, and they're doing their best. So, they know. What color is your Bugatti? Lime green. It's the color of puke, so when I puke over the side on it, because I'm driving too fast and I got scared, no one can know that I puked on my car. I think all you get is the variant Chaos Warriors. Okay, that's fine. How do Empire Knights and Witch Hunters, did they get buffs? Empire Knights are exactly the same, but that's fine. They perform pretty well. From what I saw, they beat, like, Jade Lancers and stuff. I remember looking at the Witch Hunter, and I didn't see any big buffs. Slippery. Ooh, Accusation now lowers physical resistance. That's nice against demons. That's actually a really cool change. That's so cool. Is it like OP? No, but it's nice that like Witch Hunters would be actually good against demons. That's a nice little attention to detail. All right, CA, you win this round. Witch Hunters are actually good against demon factions. That's pretty nice. They do magic damage, which is also good against the demons, though they always did magic damage, just saying it is good. They have ITP, which I don't know if they had, but they do now. Spell resistance? The fuck? Okay, well, Witch Hunter's got a bunch of buffs then. Spell resistance they didn't used to have, I don't think. ITP, I don't know if they had that either. Magic damage is pretty nice. Accusation got buffed. Yeah, okay, all right, you win this round. Witch Hunter's got some buffs. God damn. God damn. Oh, I'm gonna have to try them now. I've always wanted Witch Hunters to be good, dude. I've tried for so long. The only time I've seen Witch Hunters be good is in my Bretonnia versus Empire build. I used to have the Green Knight because the Empire didn't usually bring magic damage for him. And then RTK Platypus, not the streamer, but an old friend of mine, she used to bring double Witch Hunter because she knew I brought the fucking Green Knight. So I loaded up into a game, there's two Witch Hunters. I'm like, oh no! And they just like four-shot the Green Knight on his way to charging their lines, and it was so fucking bad. Empire Knights got buffed, said Guac, up to 78 speed. See, that's why we're having this stream. We're having this stream because, like, people ask me these questions, and I'm not really super big on stats. Like, I don't remember them from Game 2 to Game 3, so people can just ask me specific questions, and I'll just hover the unit, and you can answer your own questions. Because, like, yeah, 78 speed. I would have guessed that that sounds similar to what they had. But Guac is saying that's faster, so it seems faster. How much stronger is Sigvald now? Dude, Sigvald's been getting his ass kicked. He has been getting his ass kicked. I don't know why, but like in a lot of my testing, he just has not been doing very well. Because he's my default Chaos Lord, because he's a Foot Lord, and then I'll just give him none of his abilities and set him loose because he's the least impactful. He doesn't fuck with my tests too much. But he hasn't been doing too good. So his healing is about the same. Sliver Slash gives him Sundering Armor, magic attacks, and then stuff. So it's like, it's very offensive. Mortal Blow is very offensive. But his defensive tools got nerfed a lot. So Sigvald has been... He's been transformed into like a better duelist, but less of a tank. Which in... Again, all of this takes more testing with playing a bunch of games against really good players, but like it seems like Sigvald is much more tuned towards glass cannon, where he tends to run in there, body some kids, and then die. Because he only has 5,000 health on Ultra. That's on Ultra, you have to remember. So Skarbrand versus Sigvald, if he has his buffs popped, not that one. Slaughter and Carnage, sure. But like, if he has Wrathful Reaper popped with his weapon strength of 600, he can like 5-shot Sigvald, which isn't that much if you really think about it. Like 5 swings and Sigvald is from 100 to dead. And that's something I've been noticing about Sigvald in a lot of my testing is like, he just cannot take a lot of hits. But he dishes out pretty good damage, and he's still decently cheap for his cost if you take off some of these things. But yeah, Sigvald took some pretty bad nerfs in his tankiness. My question is, why is Hazel the best dog ever? 'Cause she's a good pup and we love her. More importantly, why can't we see Hazel Basil right now? We maybe could, I don't know. I can go find her. Now faster than... No! Guac! Wait, no, that's not true. That can't be true. Hold on. Everybody shut up. Everybody shut up. 78 speed on Empire Knights. That can't be true. High Elf Cav. 78, 90. You lied to me! Silver Helms are also 78 speed. I was gonna say, Empire Knights cannot be faster than High Elves. That's some horse shit. Ha, horse. They are faster than Bretonnian Cav. Why are they faster than Bretonnian Cav? Oh. They're not faster than High Elves, though. You're half wrong. Kresimir, what are the new legendary regiments? The regiments of renown? Nurgle got Bilious Thunderguff. He's a chaos giant single entity who can occasionally poop out a vortex that's around himself, gives corroded armor, and corroded armor actually spreads to nearby units. He's still pretty bad in my testings, but he's fun, and we like his name. Bilious Thunderguff. Khorne got the Knights of the Brazen Thorn. This is so weird. This is so weird. Okay, minor rant. In the last DLC, or the last free DLC, Slaanesh, everybody got their most expensive cavalry got an ROR, except for Khorne. For no reason, Khorne got their second most expensive cavalry, got the ROR. And then in the next patch, their most expensive cavalry gets the ROR. And it's like, fucking why? Okay, whatever. The Knights of the Brazen Throne get Murderous Charge. They get a bunch of mass charge and speed and stuff. It's enabled if he's charging, it recharges in melee. They have Frenzy, Spell Resist, and decent stats. Overall, they're fine, not incredible, because they suffer from the same thing every elite Khorne unit does, is there's no healing on this roster, and they really need it. Slaanesh. Slaanesh gets... something. What is it? I'm forgetting now. Oh, it's a chariot. The Sibilant Slaughtercade... pretty meh stats. ITP, Mark of Slaanesh, Soul Hunters. They get damage resistance for each kill made by the unit. I have not played with this unit at all, but completely off the cuff, that sounds like shit. Because this unit's going to get fucking bodied before it gets a ton of kills, and then it's going to be like, I have 22% damage resistance and 100 health left, and then it's going to die. But I have not played with that at all, so whatever. Also, Tzeentch got the Severed Claw. It's the Aspiring Champions ROR. That is another change. Aspiring Champions in general have 16 models instead of 8, but they cost 1,100 instead of 550. So their cost and model size got doubled. Nothing fancy about these guys, just barrier, magic attacks, and charge reflection. That's it. That's it. Okay, that was all the RORs. Most important questions, what did I miss? You saw a lot. Did I see your DM? I don't know. I'll check right now, buddy. Hold on. Color blindness eye exam. I want to know if you're colorblind. Can you take the test on stream? 25, 45, blank, 29, 56, 8. So 5 I missed. Okay. What's the deal with the ghost cab for the coast? So coast. That's not the coast. So, if you were here for my earlier stream, you might be like, Human Boy, listen, you talk a big game, you have a big dick, we all love you a lot. You're great. Thank you. But also, I might have been too excited because I didn't think CA was really bad at this, and I overestimated them. The Ghost Cav for Vampire Coast will probably not be allowed on the Vermin League for a very key reason. Now, some people might say, Human Boy, we told you that they have 100% armor piercing. I know! You told me they have magic damage. I know! But I thought they played by the rules of ethereal units, and having 0 armor and lower health pools meant anything with magic damage would whoop their bitch ass. Alright? Okay. So, Damned Knights Errant have 60 models, 6,900 HP. Regular Knights Errant have 60 models, 6,100 HP. Why do the Damned Knights Errant have 800 more health than their counterpart, while also getting armor-piercing, frostbite, and magical attacks? Okay? Already a red flag. Maybe we can get over that. Damned Knights of the Realm, regular Knights of the Realm, 60 models, 6,700 health. Damn Knights of the Realm get 2,500 more health and 15 more models for no reason. For no reason. They get 10 more melee attack, again, for no reason. That's pretty significant. They're actually a way better unit. Oh no. Why? Why aren't they just to copy paste the other unit? Why are they so much better? Oh, it's so bad. Don't avoid the best of one, Matt. Okay. Sorry. I'll get there. I'll get to the super chat, fart. I promise. I'm going through the chat. Yes, these guys are mega busted. Also, they have this little bug where they are unbinding. So they're treated as a summon, even though you just saw me put them in my army. So I essentially bought a summon that from the start of the game is just going to run around. And let's body our counterparts before we run out of time. So they dumpster their counterparts because the first rule of Ethereals was not paid attention to, that they need to have less health than their counterparts. But they also disintegrate randomly, so get fucked, I guess. Okay, back to the thing. Oh, Jesus Christ. Where was I? Did they change Kolek? Oh, crap. Okay, I'm very far behind on chat, so I need to move faster. One of the Legend Residents said that. Can you wear your cap backwards for us to stream for a laugh? Sure. Anything for internet points. Skaven cavalry seem majorly useful. Changes how you play against them. Pass. On the other hand, he's flying. Barrier. It looks like he got a melee attack nerf. Is Skaven still the right choice for an army of furry? Probably. He's the basic Lord of Change, but in the Lord slot now. Anyone that suggested first campaign in IE? I'm thinking of that. Empire. Hey. Empire's always good. Empire's always good. They're a great campaign. Who boxes harder, Dowie or Cathay? Cathay. Cathay 100%. Did they change Kolek? I'm falling behind on chat, so I'm trying to rip through a couple here. Yes. Tempest Rage is new. It's a good buff. Lord of the Storm got a buff, and Star Crusher is the same, but Tempest Rage is new. So Kolek got buffs. He's a good boy. Yeah, Tempest Rage is more melee attack, more armor-piercing and weapon damage. So that's pretty nice. Thrall got with Morgar. Why would they do that to Sarkoriel? What's the point of taking him now? Don't know. Did Norska get any more buffs? Not that I saw, but we can look briefly. Unit customization, go away. No new lords, no new heroes. Their extended roster got increased, but it's still not played in like quick battles, so I don't know. Wait, that says extended roster. Is it campaign exclusive? No, it just says extended roster. Wait, hold on. Did they finally do it? Yeah, the Lore of Shadows caster for the Tomb Kings is no longer campaign exclusive. Let's fucking go! All right, good change. Love it. Love to see it. As for Norska, you got nothing. Get fucked. You got absolutely nothing. Oh, that's trash. All right. They got a couple buffs that I remember covering in my live stream, but I've forgotten what they are now. Sigvald is really strong for Fort Lord. They buffed him more. How bad is he now in comparison to other similar lords and heroes? He's fine, but he's not that tanky. He gets killed really fast. So if you want him for tank, no. If you want him as a cheap duelist, yes. Okay. Play Torox with ally with Wolfric, maybe. Will old factions get 3 abilities in domination mode like Warhammer 3 factions? No. No, they do not. They get no changes in that front. It might be coming in the future, but for now, no. So lots of spread formations except when they all stand to force your weak points. What do you think is the best lord of the new DLC? Azazel. Azazel's pretty good. Because he's flying. That is a huge thing for Slaanesh. They can no longer get fly cheesed because Azazel's up there actually doing good work. So yeah, Azazel's the best. They're all pretty good. I actually like all 4 of the lords for different reasons. The one I know the least about is Tzeentch, but he's still fine. He's cheap. That's a big thing, is that they're all cheap. They're a nice cheap version if you want to have a wider army and a cheap lord. They're all good. Well, is Cathay larger in IE? No, it's the same size it was. It's smaller than the Empire by about... It's about 2/3 the size of the Empire. Make any changes to Tomb King's artillery? Not that I saw. Not that I saw. Not really. Covenant of Power, that's just the Winds of Magic, yeah. Not that I saw. It's much larger, bigger than the Empire, if you remember correctly. Is it? If you unify the whole Empire, I think it's bigger than Cathay. Which tier would you put the Lizardmen currently in? Land Battles and Domination? Domination, I am not the guy to ask. Platypus was in the chat. If he's still in the chat, Platypus, can you answer Gasporo's question? Land Battles, I think they took some hits just by everybody else getting new toys and they didn't. I would put them at C+ or B- tier. They're fine. They're fine. They're not great, but they're not bad. Whether the new legendary regiments I already went over that. You'd have to rewind. Is Terracotta Sentinel still overpowered for their cost? Depends on what you define by overpowered. I personally am not a big fan of the Terracotta Sentinels, but they're exactly the same as they used to be. So if you feel they're overpowered, they're the exact same as they used to be. Do Khorne Chosen Lords lose to Exalted Bloodletters? Yes. Yes. Exalted Bloodletters beat Khorne's Chosen. Do Skaven Legendary Lords get new items? I didn't see any. No, I didn't see any. Yeah, no. I went through all of them. I didn't see any. So they're all the same. Skrull got nerfed. Ikit and Warlock Master got buffed. Throt got nerfed, but none of their stuff's new. Tretch got a new lore passive that we've memed about a lot, but By Our Blood from Kislev. Is Be'lakor and Boris available immediately, or do you still need to unlock them? I heard rumors that they are available immediately, but I did already unlock them normally, so I can't tell you. Do you want to try some units in multiplayer battle? I could. The Bulwark of the World, always on the defensive with bears, better than most demons. Do you think the launch will still have a ton of bugs? I'm not finding a lot, Eshatosh. I'm not finding a lot, personally. It's felt fine to me. Now, Warhammer 2 always had bugs. Always had bugs. So there's probably going to be some, but I think it'll be like comparable to Warhammer 2 in terms of quality. I don't think it'll be like the launch of Warhammer 3 where units just didn't respond and everything sucked. It feels fine. Are Marauder Champions good now? No, they are absolute trash. All right, Fart with the $10 donation. Thank you very much. What's your favorite color, shape, number, and best of 1 zombies map? Color, green, shape, triangle, number, probably 3, honestly. And best of 1 zombies map? The Void of Hell Fen, because that's where most zombies come from in Sylvania. Hello, Lordy of Chaos. I think the Witch Hunters also have a lot more ammo. I don't remember. They have 50 in Warhammer 2. I think they always had a lot of ammo, but I don't remember, because they usually died before they used it all. Llama, I already answered that, so I'm going to skip it. Can you show a co-op campaign multiplayer settings? Yes. Host campaign. So there's a 3 normal campaigns that there was, and then the Immortal Empires beta. And then now you can select your race, blah, blah, blah. Campaign difficulty, battle difficulty. Game settings, you can turn on or off simultaneous turns, which is neat, in case you, for some reason, want to not go at the same time. Turn time, battle time, unit size, character loading, enable siege lines. So that's it. I don't see anything about the end game stuff that, like, you know, the doom that awaits you at turn, like, 80 or whatever.
As I hold Gal Maraz,
Lore details. Okay, but that's not what I wanted to do. Settings, there it is. Campaign battle, because here you can talk about the end game difficulty, the early warning timer, and all that stuff. And that stuff was not in the multiplayer, so I don't know if that can trigger in multiplayer, if that's what you're asking. Did zombies get buffed? Not that I know of, but we can look. Counts. Zombies? Nope. Still the same. Still good. Can the Empire take Wolfheart's heroes? They're in the extended roster still, which is not allowed in quick battle. Only undivided Chaos Lords get Chaos Dragon mounts. Okay, so the Chaos Dragon's there, and you're asking if, like, you go to Slaanesh, Chaos Lord. Hold on. Wow, is that true? That would be fucking dumb as hell. Chaos Lord of Slaanesh loses its mount. Khorne does not even have it. So yeah, only Undivided gets the Chaos Dragon mount. Sigvald loses a lot more when both have fresh vigor, like Throg. Can you do Vlad versus Scarbrand? I could. Hold on. What are the legend? Kresimir, I keep answering this. I've already went through them all. I already went through them all. Sad Bretonian noise is supposed to deal with Ghost Cav for the coast. I answered that. I really don't want to make sense for the Empire Knights getting speed buff. They aren't high tier Cav. They do need to buff Elf and Brett Cav, yes. Can we use campaign character like Hero the Tormentor or Khorne campaign for Norska in tournament? In tournament, maybe I'll discuss with my people, but probably not at launch as we try to figure some stuff out. I don't have no problem with them, but that opens the door, as my mods keep warning me, that opens the door to everybody talking about every campaign unit being allowed and it just gets complicated, but I would hope eventually we could use them, yes. Why is Tretch the best Skaven Lord now? Because he's by our blood. Let's go! Have you seen the animation of the AoE of the Giant? Yeah, it's not that great. Boop. Are Aspiring Champions good now? No. No, they're trash. Lord of Chaos, I did just answer that. I'm catching up with chat now. I'm really sorry for anybody who's been waiting for a while. There's a lot of questions. Do all the Hell Scourges have 0 AP or is it just the Slaanesh Chosen? I can check as soon as I get done with this little test. What mount options do the new marked Chaos Lords get? Okay, I can answer that too. Hold on. Black Ops Zombies, you fool? Oh, then the theater one. The theater one, 100%. I love the movie theater one. So he poops. That's his animation, is he poops on them. It's a good animation. We like that animation. Test the ghost ship from Wolkrick and the invisible ghost ship. I can test that. Look at the viewer count. We do have 84, which is nice. All right. Fart. I saw your thing. It just shows how far behind on chat I was. Okay. So we did. Do all Hell Scourges do 0 AP? 0. 0. Yes, all Hell Scourges do 0 AP, which makes them probably kind of trash. What mount options do new Chaos Lords get? Okay. Chaos Lord. Regular gets Steed, Chariot, Manticore, Chaos Dragon. Khorne gets Steed, Gorbeast, Chariot, Juggernaut. Slaanesh gets just Steed and Chariot. For the Sorcerer Lords... Where are you, you bastards? Chaos Sorcerer Lords. Undivided gets Chaos Steed, Manticore, Warshrine, Dragon. Ooh, Warshrine. That's new. Ah, no, come back! Nurgle, Warshrine, Steed, Tzeentch, Warshrine, Disc, Steed. Okay. But there's probably a Nurgle with a giant special regiment. Show him, please. I did just show him. Ghosts are tougher, human boy, unfortunately. Because ghosts have more health, for some reason. For no reason! Balances. This actually seems balanced, though. Beastmen are good against all Chaos factions in IE? No. No. Beastmen are probably bad against all the Chaos factions. Slaanesh is good against them because of low leadership. Nurgle's good against them because blobs are strong. But maybe Beastmen archers can beat them, but still I think Nurgle would be strong there. Khorne, I feel like Fleshhounds are just going to outtrade Centaurs because Centaurs don't have good armor to protect themselves. And Tzeentch, actually Beastmen might beat Tzeentch. Might, maybe, possibly. But overall, I think it's fine. Gamester Cap turned on. Shadowboy, Tomb King's OP now. Tomb King's riding that Pit of Shade trains. Am I tripping or the Night Runners get 20% physical resistance? They always had physical resistance. I don't remember if it was always 20. But they have always had physical resistance. It's to make up for their 10 armor. Norska got buffed regeneration on Throg. Oh, that just makes them a great faction. Norska got the Ore Dragon? What? The what? The fuck is an Ore Dragon? The Cold Void Frostworm. What? There's a Frostworm ROR? This is news to me. He has Fire Weakness, because I guess reasons. He has the Chilling Aura. He has Guardian? Why does he have Guardian? And for 100 gold more, he has 10 more melee attack, melee defense, and weapons. Okay. I mean, if you're going to take a Frostworm, he's better than a Frostworm, but not by a lot. He's still pretty shit. But that is really funny. Okay. Norska did get the buff in the form that you could not take a useless Lord in Domination. True! Supposedly, if the unit caps are off, some campaign exclusives are shown in the hero slot. You may want to check the Tomb King stuff with hero caps on. Oh. Maybe. You're right. That is dumb, though. That's dumb if that's true. Lich Priest. Shadows is still here with unit caps on. He's official! It's official! Test the ghost ship from Wolfric. Okay, you did want the Wolfric test, so I can do that. Norska, Wolfric. Where's your item? Sea Fang's here. Seems fine. Ooh, no, wait. I don't want the AI Norska to have it. The AI Norska's dumb. AI Norska's dumb as hell. So we'll get Marauder Champions. We'll get Marauders so we can see Armor Piercing versus not Armor Piercing. Dick. I hate being stupid. Being stupid is actually a huge inhibitor to most things. All right. We'll line them up, use the ship. Okay, Human Boy Lich Priest of Shadows is still campaign exclusive with the unit caps on. You can't start the game with one selected. Why? Why can't you start the game with one selected? It's so stupid. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Why? Why do they hit the Shadows caster so much? He's just got some shadows. He just casts a shadow behind him when the sun hits his front. There's a shadow behind him. That's all he needs. That's all it is. Are you saying that other Tomb Kings don't have fucking shadows behind them? They're just glass? Everything's made out of glass? No, fuck you. They're made out of bones that cast shadows. This is stupid. I hate this game. Who got nerfed the hardest? Oh, that is actually a pretty big question. All right, so Sea Fang sucks now because when the AI casts it on single target Wolfric, they don't insta-kill him, so I guess it's just bad. Nerf the hardest. Are you talking about factions? Honestly, maybe Skaven, because the Boys and Wind nerfs are pretty significant. While I like the changes, I still think that it's a pretty big nerf to the Skaven overall, and they'll perform less good. Otherwise, who got nerfed the hardest? Oh, Skaven also got hurt by the range changes. Hold on. I'm gonna start it here because I really want to see it on the champions. I would go with Skaven. Wolfric's boat's pretty good now. Yeah, it's pretty good. I like it. Probably Skaven got nerfed the hardest, but the thing is a lot of factions didn't get nerfed, a lot of factions got buffed. So that's why it was such a hard question to answer. But Skaven probably got nerfed the hardest, but most people got buffed. Cathay looks bigger in IE, but I don't think they got more settlements. Addition to buff to Ethereals you propose because they already seen the recent beta finals that they suck. Well, let's take a look. Quick. Counts. I have 2 minutes left on the stream, so after Dread Clown, I'm answering no more questions after Dread Clown, but I will get through all the questions that were asked of me. Oh my god. Marauder Champions are good now. No, they're trash. What are you talking about? They're awful. Okay, I'm back to the thing. After Dread Clown, I'm not answering more questions because I'm supposed to go in 2 minutes, but we'll see. What are we doing? Ethereals. Kieran Race with 6,000 health. They still have less health than their counterparts. As we were talking about the Bretonia thing, that's what they're balanced around, is they're supposed to have a smaller health pool than their counterparts, but then they have 0 armor and they're mainly helped by physical resist. Now the main problem with the Bretonian Cav that we saw was that they had more health than their counterparts for some reason, and then they were stupid busted. As for Ethereals being stronger, just cost reductions. 850 for an infantry unit is a lot to invest in if you're not fighting dwarves otherwise, because it's just kind of meh. They can get nuked down by things. 1400 for Cav is a lot. 1700 for this Cav is a lot when you could have like Blood Knights. I think they're okay. But not incredible. So probably just be cheaper. Because I like thematically that if you have the right tool, you can kill a ghost pretty quickly. I think that's a smart design choice. So I think making them tankier would defeat their purpose. Would be my take. Okay, this is a C tier in domination. Norse goes S tier in all game modes. I think Lizardmen and Land Valley are forgetting to change to their army passive. What's the change to their army passive? I didn't forget it. This is the first I'm hearing about it. Cold-blooded stops rampage. Is that what you're talking about? Or what else are you talking about? Because this is all I knew about, good sir. Oh, Primal Instincts gives... I think it always gave buffs, but that might be better. I don't know. Zep, I didn't know there was Lizardmen changes. So that would be that. Viction's Death Squad, still 1v2 win versus Empire Knights? No. Psycho Charging kills them pretty hard. What aren't CD in the game yet, and how many S's of the S tier they're going to be? Why aren't Chaos Dwarves in the game? Chaos Dwarves are probably going to be solidly B tier. I can't imagine them being bad. Did Lizardmen get any good buffs? Apparently, but I didn't know about them. Just need to unlock Belikar and Boris. Platypus, I heard a rumor that they're just going to give him to you. Does Stretch like pineapple on pizza? Yup, because he's a fucking piece of shit. AI Snitch died quick on campaign? No. Not usually, in my experience. Cathay doesn't seem to know he's there. Chaos Daddy noticed me? Hi, Trinquin. Notice me corn, land factions, tier list. When I play some battles and I can feel confidently about it. Right now I've been testing everything against fucking AI, so I don't have great meta stuff. Marauder champions are shit. Platypus, you're a liar. You saw them in Dom finals, so they're good. Domination's very different than land battles. What's your mother's maiden name? Street you're born, JK, the question's here. Sorry. Did Lizardmen getting good buffs? Apparently, but I missed it. Aurora and Nurgle, because I saw it too, I guess. Festering Stooges. The Demon Spew are an ROR from the Warriors of Chaos that got added to Nurgle's roster because they're a Nurgle ROR. God damn it, Alexander Rain, you're true. Is it okay to stare at the sun? Yes. Your favorite end time event? I haven't gotten to the end time, so I don't know. Probably whatever one involves Skaven. Is 12k HP zombie 2k more? Dung Tran, that is probably the change from large to ultra size rather than just buffs. I think that's just a change of the thing. Did Lore of Deep's passive change, or is it still worthless? It is the exact same. Not even magic. Or did Gorst really get zombies quintupled healing caps? I never saw that anywhere. What are you talking about? Is that a troll? I have no idea. Awaken from the Grave. Vigor Mortis. I don't see anything about zombies. No. That might be in campaign, but not anywhere I can see. So, no. In campaign? Oh, no idea. Let's go check. If I can check it on the menu, I can check on the menu.
I am Prince and
Vampire Kith. Alright.
Dark magic is mine to command.
Plus 30 armor for zombies and crypt ghouls. I don't see anything otherwise. It could be in his skill tree, but I'm not going to go into that because I'm already really behind schedule. How do you feel about Kazrak's new duds? Let's take a look at them. I feel like I've looked at them before and I don't remember what they were. Kazrak, Apocalyptic Vision, and Deadly Onslaught are the same. Dark Mail. Ooh. Constantly enabled if in melee. Oh, that is nice. Well, that is nice. Scourge is about the same, so that's about it. Dark Mail's the only change. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I still don't know if Kazrak's going to be the best, but they keep giving him buffs trying to make him meta, so it's good. It's a good change. I like it. Pretty sure Exalted Bloodletters beat Corn Chosen test. They do. I have tested that, and I need to answer a lot of questions, but yes, they do. 100%. Famirs still suck? Probably. I mean, they do magic damage, so if you're fighting the demons, they might have a place, you know? Like, they could be pretty good at surrounding a demon lord and doing really good damage to him with armor sundering and magical attacks. A lot of the demons already don't have great armor, so you could reduce them to almost 0 armor and get rid of their physical resist, so... I think Famir are pretty good at slamming down single entity demons, but otherwise, no. Can you do Dread Saurian versus Elemental Bear? Sure. Lizardmen, give me that, and give me a Dread Saurian. I'll do the Dread Saurian, not the Feral and not the ROR. That just seems the most fair. As for the other one, Kislev, I will go with Ice Witch. Get rid of all of her shit. Go away. Make her as useless as possible. Elemental Bear. Oh my god, the Elemental Bear is so much cheaper. Jesus Christ. Okay. How long did you stare at the sun today? A while. Familiars are good? No. By the way, how do Vargas trade with Furies? I don't know. I'll test that in a second. What size of the game? What's the size of the game with the new update? 104 gigabytes, sounds like. Did all the capital settlements have 5 or more building slots? Yes. Maybe not the Beastmen. Maybe not. But all the other ones, yeah. Alright, Dreadsaurian, go. So the bear has 5,000 less HP and worse stats in everything besides melee defense. I'm feeling pretty confident about that. Run! I'm just gonna body this witch real quick so she stops distracting me. Meh! 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 There. Fuck off. Yeah, Dreadsaurian's gonna kick this guy's ass. Do we think Thanquil is the next Skaven Legendary Lord? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Any buff for the lore of boats? Yes. Vampire Coast, lore of boats. Vangeist Revenge is actually a really good spell now. Undercast it, don't overcast it, but undercast it is definitely worth the price. It's really great. Other than that, not a lot of buffs, but it's fine. 3 minutes ago, viewer count was under 30. When did it get so high? I don't know. Talking about whips or Sisters of Slaughter unchanged AP-wise. It looks like, yes. Who would win Dreadsaurian versus Elemental Bear? You just saw the Dreadsaurian kicks his ass. Do capital settlements have 5 or more building slots? Yes, as far as I know, but I haven't checked every single campaign ever. Zinch Lord on disc sounds so nice. Yep. 1 Dreadsaurian, but nobody tested it. Who wins Mammoth versus Bear? Oh, God, that's a little harder to test. Wait, someone asked about Vargeist. We'll do that. Mammoth versus Bear? Probably the Bear, because the Mammoth will break. So Vargeist versus Harpies? I don't know. Best case scenario, let's give it Khorne. Because Khorne Harpies are actually good. Wait, Harpies or Furies? I think you meant Furies. Harpies you could test in the other game. Oh, Khorne Furies got a cost increase. Okay, that's something. Manfred and Vargas. I think the Zeech Lord gets the spawn summon item. That would be interesting. Sisters of Slaughter have a little bit of AP. They do not have 0. They have a little bit of AP. Turnio will be very sad if they do. Why the physical resist? What physical resistance on Death Runners? I'll check, but probably 25%. All right, Platypus is 30. Another buff for Throg, but it's only 100 gold. Frostworms do need a buff. So baffling, have a unit that costs 1600 with 0 AP, while peasants have 4 AP. Yeah, Luciform, I agree. It is pretty stupid. Vargeist versus Furies. These are the best Furies you're going to find, the Khorne Furies, and they get slapped. But Vargeist take about half HP. They lose 1 model, but they can get healed up pretty effectively. Like, 1 Invocation of Nehek, and they're chilling. So, yeah, Vargeist is pretty good in the air. Oh, God, okay. There's so much left. 8 seconds on Primal War, some ward save on items, some vigor on Miasma of Despair. Don't see any other changes on streams. Okay. I answered the capital settlements thing. Again, I am trying to get down the list, so if you're like, I've asked this a lot, I'm working on it. I'm a liar. Seafang should be one-shotting elite infantry. Changed my mind. I like what it does right now. High Magic got the biggest nerf. Did it? I thought Apotheosis was OP now. What up, Cuden? How about you? Who do you think will dominate land battles? Probably Warriors of Chaos. Warriors of Chaos and Wood Elves would be my bet. Who's tankier now, Sigvald or Gorok? Gorok, 100%. What are the range changes? About 10% reload nerf. Skaven got nerfed the hardest. Well, between the Poison Wind nerf, the Poison Wind Mortar nerf, Throt the Unclean nerf, the Skrulk nerf, and ranged weapons nerfs, and cost increases, I would say Skaven got the most nerfed, yes. They got some buffs that make them play different, and I am excited for them, but I think objectively they are lower in strength. But that doesn't mean I won't play them. It doesn't mean I won't have fun. Can you show Natty Boobos in action? If you're not having me test something, then I'm going to have to decline, unfortunately, because I do need to end the stream and get on. I have a million things to do for Vermin League tomorrow, but I'm just trying to answer the questions I promised to answer. Dark Elves feel like they got shafted by being launched, largely unchanged, except for Malice. Dark Elves did get like the least changes, but Malice got some good changes. Ogre Simping, do you like cheese? On things, yes. Alone, not really. Need base. Marauder champs are unironically decent now. Depends on what you're talking about, but in land battles, it's not really that great. It's bad when Khorne Marauders are just reskin Marauder champs. They no longer have Rampage on Saurus, and Primal Instinct starts at a higher HP. They no longer have Rampage? Really? What? Why not? That doesn't cause rampage? It has the rampage icon as its icon. Whatever, dude. Fuck that. Fucking CA with this bullshit ass. Look at that. That looks like rampage. And let's find something that actually has rampage. Oh look, it's rampage, but it's red instead of yellow. But Primal Instinct doesn't cause rampage. It's the same icon. Whatever. Cold Blood on the Lizard Lords. Leadership and anti-rampage one. Yeah. Is the tier 2 corn ability working properly now? I remember casting on Scarbrand and then dying while the effect is active. No, it is still not working Luciform. No. No. But that bug happens a lot. There isn't one with Skaven yet when there will be a pretty cancer. That campaign mechanic stuff. Gore says 400% in campaign. I didn't see it listed anywhere, but maybe. Dread Clown. What are the range changes? Oh, I think that was where I was supposed to stop and then I didn't. Test Tempest and if Wood Elf changes. Oh, I have to end this stream. I have to end the stream somewhere. Oh, God. Okay, how are we doing? I'm actually really close to catching up. What dwarf heroes are there? Any changes to Beastmen? Beastmen we talked about earlier in the stream. The very, very short version is Kazrick's item got reworked, and other than that, no changes that I could find, though I'm sure some stats nerds out there are like, technically, Gore's lost 1 melee defense or something. I don't know that, but large picture, no changes. Dwarf heroes. Someone said dwarf heroes. It might have gotten deleted, but Hans Varelson is here for no reason, but he's here. Cool, good for you. Other than that, Gotrek, Runesmith, Master Engineer, Thane. The usual. The usual. Are you Prince and Emperor? Yep, I am. Head-to-hand campaign question, can you still cage and leave your friend's legendary lord in prison until he rage quits with Altharion? Yes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can do that. Can you show the green skin unit cost? Sure. I didn't notice any... What the fuck is this? What is this? Horse shit. Squig Herd is only 300 gold now. Were they always that? I feel like they were 500. Okay, Squig Herds might be good. What is this? 430? What is that bullshit ass fucking number? How am I supposed to get a 0 gold spend now when you're throwing in these fucking ridiculous ass values and 375 on the 8 peak loons? What? I mean, sorry, 735. What are these like the 525 is bad enough. Now you got fucking 30s in here? No, that's disgusting. The rest I'm not noticing huge changes. I guess Squig Herd's got a huge cost decrease if I remember correctly. Is Familiar with Berserker Frontline effective now? No, not really. It's too expensive, and Berserkers are really, really fragile. Can you show us Tempest versus Vargeist and Fellbats? I'll try, Loopy. I'll try. Where's Larry? Larry! All your stuff. I don't give a shit. You, become the vampire counts. Give me a Helmengorst and some Vargeists and some Fellbats. Okay. Show Nanny Boobo, please. They don't do anything different, and I'm running out of time. Peak 8 guard versus New Chosen. Gillen the Grey, there's an entire video coming out in 4 hours showing that Hammerers actually body most Chosen. Now, Hammerers body most Chosen. The only Chosen that beat them are the Khorne with dual weapons and Nurgle with great weapons. I have not tried the Peak 8 guard. I could try that. I could try that for you. What does Overcast do? Increase damage? Okay. Gather up, my pretties! Gather up! Hey! Gather the fuck up! All right. Target who I want you to target. Okay. I'm testing Tempest. It's happening right now. I'm using Star just to keep her from breaking, hopefully. It did okay. Yeah. It did fine. 305 value, but it's not as like bursty as it used to be. It takes longer, but I don't have much time to test anything else. Any what else changed? Not that I saw. PK guard versus Chosen. Unit caps, go away, because I need this. What was my test? Ungrim with all of his shit. PK guard. Warriors of Chaos, give me Siggy, give him nothing, because then he doesn't buff his army too much. Double of Khorne, and we'll take triple of Nergi. lame. I was hoping I could change them all that way. Alright, we're doing this fast and loose. Lokir and Karth got good changes, true. Test type convocation, it deletes units now. It's really, really good. How much did they nerf Scarbrand? None. Scarbrand's the exact same. Is a new Lizardmen unit with the missile monsters? I have to ask because that unit card looks like a card for mod. I don't think so, but I can check. How do Gores fare against Bloodletters? Probably really bad. Probably really bad. Do the Chevron costs change for Game 3 BS? No. I think all the Chevrons are the exact same. Okay, wait. I need to deploy back because there's a rock. Yeah, that's right. I have to deploy back because there's a rock. Fast forward, wait for them to get past the rock, and then charge them. Do the Chaos Knights get a mass increase? I don't know. I don't know. That one I have no idea. I have no idea why they would. Got an unholy roster bloat. Give Siggy his regen. Well, not for the test. I'm trying to test the hammers, and why I do this is because I can, like, take Sigvald out of the fight pretty quickly with Ungrim. So the Chaos Warriors, the dual weapons, are still beating the hammers, the P8 guard. It looks like Nurgle's great weapons are struggling more. And then the center fight is a wash. But that's why I do it like this. So previously the hammers, there's a video coming out today about this specific thing, but the hammers lose to Trozen and Nurgle with great weapons. It looks like the Peak 8 guard trade just about even with them, and the Khorne dual weapons still win. But basic hammers beat every other type of Chosen easily. So. And it looks like they actually do beat the Chosen Nurgle. Hammers are very strong in the lore. Yeah, and they're kicking ass now. I didn't say they were broken. It's just a funny video of watching 1,200 gold hammers beat, like, Chosen that are, you know, 1,600 gold or 1,400 and stuff. Siggy deserves to die. Yeah. That test wasn't about Siggy. It was just about getting a lord that doesn't do a lot of splash damage. It doesn't charge around, because I had Scarbrand in one of my tests, and he just runs around and cycle charges. The AI for Sigvald goes for your lord, just attacks your lord, and behaves nicely. Scarbrand and other monstrous lords sometimes get priority to charge attacking your units and then fuck with my test. Okay. Aya Tempest sucks. True dead spell. Tzeentch and Slaanesh Chosen can't deal with armor infantry. No, they cannot. No, they cannot. At all. Which is a problem. I answered most of the questions. If you had a question and didn't answer it, I'm sorry. I tried to answer like 99% of the questions. If you had a repeat question and I said I answered it earlier, that was just so the stream could keep moving forward. We went 15 minutes over time, even with skipping repeat questions. And I didn't test everything everybody wanted to test. Fiery Convocation, I know you asked about that. It just deletes anything in its way. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And Gores versus Bloodletters. I'll test it quick. All right. I'm sorry. I shouldn't skip the Gores, so I'll test it. Gorehordes with shields, Gorehordes without. 5 of them, sure. You get nothing. Warriors of Chaos. Let's go to Khorne. Let's go to Herald of Khorne. Let's turn all that off. And this test is going to be a little scuffed, but oh well. You'll get the gist. Will it be a perfect test? No. Is Siggy the strongest legendary lord? No. Not at all. Not at all. I think he's fine. I don't think he's bad. I don't want to shit on Sigvald. I don't think he's bad. I just think he's meh. Can you check the Chevron value on the skink cohort? Yes. Show Vlad fighting Kugath. I thought I already did in my Kugath video, sir. I thought I already did. It's not going to be nice for Vlad. He gets fucking murdered. Oh, I forgot to back up for the rocks. The rock's going to get a little fucked, but oh well. It's the world we live in. In general, I would think Gores are going to get fucking destroyed. Oh, wow. They're doing better than I would have thought. This one was trading even. On the charge. After the charge was off, now he's getting fucked up. How are the routing units doing cost-wise? 300. So they're not even trading up. Yeah, it's not great. It's better than I would have thought, but it's not great. Can you look into Lizardmen missile monsters, please? I'll look for that. Emo Boy is Malice Darkblade. All right, Cyrus, I already showed that in the video, though. I had Malice fight Kugath. So I'm not going to show that again. I know I showed that in a video. Whether it was a stream or... Whether it was the stream or the Kugath is the best duelist video, I know I showed it, so I'm not going to do a repeat. Missile monsters. You said something looked like a mod. There's the Troglodon, Stegodon, Ancient Stegodon. These all look the same to me. Yeah, all these were in the previous game, so nothing's new there. Skin Cohort Chevron. It's 20 gold, which I think was what it used to be. Savage Orc Biggins versus Bloodletter Fast Test. I've said last test a bunch, but yeah, last test. I'm going to take Foot Azhag just to be a dick, because he gets the Spider Banner, which is stupid. But I'm not going to bring it, otherwise he would get poisoned, and that's OP. Savage Boy Biggins! Go. But Malice got a big buff. I already showed it on a stream! That's why it's not that Malice didn't get a buff. It's nothing about Malice or Vlad the Chad. It's that I already showed it. And I'm trying to end the stream and people are yelling at me. And Guac is mad. You never want Guac to be mad or he'll turn brown. 1 hour max? Yeah. I do have stuff to do. I gotta get Vermin League all set up for tomorrow, which Zep is doing most of it. I don't want to pretend that it's like, man, I'm doing so much good work. But I gotta change the pins. Zep wanted me to combine the fruit rules from Game 2 and Game 3 visually, because the actual fruit rules will get combined at the end of the week, but the team that does that said they needed some time. So I gotta do that. Oh god, I have a whole list of things I need to do. I gotta change the playoff graphic for people. There's just a lot to do. So this is the most pure test. It looks like Savage Orc Biggins are losing in the pure 1v1. But it's about even, which makes sense. They're very similar in cost. Yeah, it's about even, but Savage Orcs lose it without support. Because a large part is that their anti-large is completely wasted. And they have 0 armor, but without their lord, the leadership debuff won the game for me. But you can see usually the values are what matters. 500, 600, 600, 800, 550, and then these guys got 400, 500, 400. Wow, they actually got pretty shit value. Huh. Inconclusive, but about even. Savage Orcs got more damage value than I would have thought. Because they cost more, so you think the Bloodletters would get more value for killing them. Huh. What's the difference in stats? Biggins just have better stats except for speed and melee defense. Both parties... Bloodletters of Khorne don't have Frenzy? Why? Why? Khorne's like the Frenzy guy. He's supposed to be Frenzy. Ugh, this game sucks. This game sucks and I hate it. Demon Prince of Khorne is so overpriced. Like, look at his stats compared to these all the Bloodthirster. Bam. And some people are like, I thought you said he's more gold. These all the Bloodthirster's clearly more gold. Well, this guy, I kept on all of his stuff. And the Bloodthirster, you really... Wrath of Khorne sucks. You don't ever take it. Burning Rage sucks. I never take it. And then without that, he's 50 gold less. And they both have Bloodthirst. They both have Deathbringer. So even if I take them both off, he's 2,650. If I take the same 2 powers off, this guy's going to be 2,700. So he's more expensive, but he's worse. And his army-wide buff, it's like... It starts at 0 melee attack. So he has to be near enemies that die to stack up to eventually get to 8 melee attack for his whole army. Meanwhile, the Exalted Bloodthirster is ready to go from the gate, has a breath attack for less gold. I don't know. Bloodthirster's just better. Don't take the Demon Prince of Khorne. He sucks ass. Terracotta Sentinel versus Rogue Idol. Rogue Idol's going to win that easy. Rapunce deserves buff now. Yeah, Rapunce sucks and blows. Harganeth Executioners, Harganeth Executioners versus what? Versus what? Last test, Swordmasters versus Khorne chosen with axes. I said last test 90 tests ago. You people are just bullying me at this point. But never say I didn't do nothing for you. People out there are like, wow, this clickbait ass piece of shit YouTuber is a dumb monkey and we hate him and he's stupid. Well, I just believe in you guys. Alistair the White Lion, let's go. Not army-wide, is it? It is an army-wide buff, Loopy, but he only charges up for deaths within 35 meters of him. Alright. Want to know if black swordmasters were the hard guards? What? What? What does that sentence even mean, Cyrus? They have to deploy this back here so they get past the rock. The rock of doom. Dude, look at how fucking small Troll Country is now. Look at how small Troll Country is now. Oh my god, it's so small.
It will be done.
Anyway.
It will be done.
Just thought I would share that Troll Country is really small now.
Right away. Asa, move. Forward.
Alright.
For the
And then Alistair go kick that guy's ass.
moving out.
Okay. If black swordmasters were the Hargars, what does that mean? Cyrus, what do those words mean? Holy shit, swordmasters are bodying them. Holy shit, swordmasters are bodying these kids, except for this one. I mean, across the board, they're trading pretty well. It'll come out in the values. Just give it a second. Go, Swordmasters, go! Go, Swordmasters, go! Go, Swordmasters, go! Yeah, Swordmasters! Let's go! Black Orcs originally, but I changed my name to Swordmasters. Yeah, I think they did fine, because Swordmasters are going to lose on the whole here. Like, all in all, I think this is going to be a loss. Run! Run! Don't get killed! I think this is going to be a loss, but, like, they're definitely trading up in value comparatively. Yeah. They're fine. Because these guys, remember that the dual weapons of Khorne cost 450 more than a Swordmaster, right? 450 more. So trading about even with them and eventually dying, like, is worth it. These guys were obviously an anomaly. Obviously, the 2,800, something went on there that, like, either the AI fucked up the charge or wasn't paying attention, like, obviously. But if you look at even the other four that all died, I mean, they still got their value back against a unit that's more expensive than them, right? And none of these guys got their value back. So that is a value trade. Even if, like, and that's the thing that you could take away. Sometimes when I do tests, people get all butthurt and send me messages about, like, you're so stupid. And it's like, but, like, what did the test show you? Whether or not one minute detail was wrong, the idea of the test is still there, that Swordmasters are worthwhile to fight into Khorne Wars dual weapons. Because even if the Khorne Warriors win, they don't win for 400 gold more. They win for, like, maybe 100 gold more. And then in value, you're trading well. That's all. Like, that's what the test shows you, in my opinion. And some people are like, it wasn't perfect. And it's like, it's never gonna be perfect. There's always gonna be shit. There's always gonna be RNG. Now you have to show hammers with Swordmasters and Hargars and Blorks. Does anybody else know what Cyrus was talking about? Because I have no idea. Can you show the Demons of Chaos army page? Sure. Show Black Orcs now? Never! Never! Demons of Chaos. It's the same as it was. I don't know if the Demons of Chaos get any of the RORs. Why don't they have the Slanesh Chariot ROR? Wait, why isn't that here? That's stupid. Because the Slanesh Chariots are here, but not the Chariot ROR. They don't get the Nurgle Giant ROR. They don't get the Khorne Skull Crushers ROR. They don't get the Tzeentch ROR. Yeah, the Demons of Chaos get literally nothing from this DLC. Literally nothing. He means test the Dark Elf. I want to know if black Swordmasters were the Hardgars. I don't understand. You don't know about the Black Swordmasters? No, I don't. Blades of the Blood Queen are gonna... I'm so confused. Because they're mortal, my bro. But all the other Slanesh chariots are here. That's so stupid. That's so stupid. Why is this one mortal? This is stupid. Everything sucks. I hate this game. This game sucks now. This game's stupid. Oh, I don't like it. Oh. Someone asked me something that I could actually answer, but I forgot what it was. Can you reuse the setups from Warhammer 2 or you have to create new? You have to create new. There's no way that setup's going to work. Someone wanted me to say something. Black Orcs. Oh, perfectly good maps. I was going to say that. So I had to make new maps and new map lists and stuff, but all of the Karak maps are gone. Karak Bufdar, Karak Asgal, Karak Ungor, all entirely gone. Those are all good tournament maps. They got rid of Oakenhammer, which was another good tournament map, so that's going to be tricky. There's a lot of maps like this that people are going to have to tell me how they feel about. Oh god, that's not a good example. The Bretonnian Forest got a lot of maps that are going to be in the land battle ladder, and people just have to tell me how they handle, because it's like, well, we've never done this, so... Fuck it, that's close enough. It's the same as the RR. Thanks for showing. I was thinking this new Chaos Warriors can be in Demons of Chaos too. No. And the Chaos Champions can be in Demon Prince, so big army. Yes. Karak maps were removed as a prelude to deleting dwarves. Got him. Dude, there's two new genres of maps. The Empire version is pretty shit, but the Bretonnian versions are a lot of different versions of like this type of map. And some of them are pretty good. I don't think this one is in my map pool, but like I said, I just found a map quick to show you. But there's a lot of new maps like this. Scattered trees, some hills, but overall flatter, overall wider deployments and better. They still have a little bit of Warhammer 3 syndrome with like random ass patches of trees, but at least this one makes sense. So I tried for the Vermin League. We have a variety of maps. There's some that are open. There are some that are like this, forested. There are some that are small. There are some that are large. I really tried to get a diverse set of maps because I know different people like to play different ways. So you will have to tailor your army picks around what map you're playing on, which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing, but you'll have to let me know as you guys play some Vermin League. We will have the ladder feedback channel open. We'll listen to all suggestions. But I went through all of these godforsaken maps, and there's a lot of shitters. So before you get too mad at me and being like, why is this map in here? This map sucks dick. And it's like, you know nothing of maps that suck dick. Trust me, there are some stinkers. This one looks like it sucks. Yeah, this one is not in the pool, but like I just showed the type of map. There's this whole new genre of map called the Bretonnian Forest. Knights of Corn versus Grail Knights? Maybe. Hold on. Peasant's Pasture. Okay, so Peasant's Pasture is one of the maps that I have on the map list that I'll show you, so you don't just yell at me. Peasant's Pasture, and then we want the ROR Corn Boys with Valkia. Valkia! ROR Corn Boys. And then, oops, not Beastmen. Bretonnia. Let's get Raponce on foot with nothing. And Grail Knights. This is partially to show the Grail Knights thing, but also partially to show you a map that is on the Vermin League that I had to look. Can you show the Hydra and Medusa? I already did in a different stream. They both still suck. They both still suck real bad. Real bad. The Hydra's healing will heal cap it in 2 bursts, which is kind of nice. but it still really sucks at doing anything. And the Medusa still has no updates. So this is a map that's on the Vermin League. All right. Wide deployment, pretty straight up. There's some trees, but the ground is overall flat. It's fine. I like it. Like, not every map has to be flat and open. If you want to play artillery, there is an angle where you can put your army here and shoot straight, but your opponent also has things they can hide behind. It can make mortars or things with a lob trajectory better than straight shot. I like these maps overall. I think they're good. Dude, I already... What the fuck? Kiara, I already showed it. A bunch. The stream has to end someday. All right, we're testing this and then I'm done. For real. For real, for real, for real. Charge, you idiots. So the AI is trying to cycle charge me, but I'm just gonna run him down. Meh, meh, meh. Rapunzel is beating Valkia. This is not a drill. No! Valkia! No! Alright, it's fine. Yeah, they did really well. They're good lads. I still think they won't be super meta because they're so fucking expensive and they have no healing on their roster to help them at all. Yeah. Demons of Chaos is literally the exact same. They didn't even get any of the new RORs. They got literally nothing. Warriors of Chaos is gigantic and menu UI changed, so all the variants of stuff is in this unit customization screen. All right, okay. All right. So, that's it. I'm done. I'm answering no more questions. All right, everybody sucks. Everybody. All of the 47 people that were still here, all of you, I hate you. Go away. Never subscribe. Don't come back to this channel. I don't hope to see you after Immortal Empires launches. Just get out of here. Just leave me be. And if you're not here, thank you for not being here. You meant the knights with lances marked by corn. Oh. Oh, what? Hold on. Knights with lances. Get on my face. Marked by corn. They would lose pretty badly. Their stats just aren't up to par. Yeah. You can see the Skullcrusher ROR has 10 more melee attack, 20 more melee defense, higher weapon strength, more leadership. They have murderous charge. Yeah, they would destroy him. Easy clap. Yeah, that was it. Again, I apologized when I meant to end the stream, but now I'm actually ending the stream. If I didn't get to your question, it was either a repeat question, and I tried to note that it was a repeat question, that I already answered it to keep stuff moving, or I was just running out of time. I hope this was fun for you. I hope this was nice. If you ended up more angry than you were entertained, then my bad. I did what I could. Oh, actually, someone was asking about the campaign stuff. Hold on. I think, actually, I lied, because I think Queek doesn't start in a 5-tier settlement. I think Queek starts in a side settlement. I just remembered that. Yeah, Queek starts in a side settlement. How much plastic did you melt with UV? I don't know. None. Extreme strategy. It wasn't until you scrolled down that I realized that Razordawn ROR have almost the exact identical unit card as the Dark Masters and the GMD Ultimate mods. Oh, I see. Okay. Who's poking me? Okay, I'll read this later. Zip. Okay, cool. Why are you angry? Don't be angry. Stop it. God. Doing my best. Shut up. Shut up. Alright, yeah, guy who was in the stream who asked if all lords start in a 5-tier settlement, and I said I think so. Yep, I lied to you, I'm sorry. It just took me a while to remember, but yep, I lied to you, I'm a big stinky liar. My bad. My bad. Okay. That's it. I'm done big stinky lying. The rest of you have a good day. The stream lasted almost twice as long as I meant it to. So I'm behind on some things. I gotta go. Goodbye.